What's going on, Treetards? Today we are talking about the Eldrid Talons. I'm going to go over kind of what my thoughts are after 2 years of heavy use, what to expect from them. I think you'll be interested to find out that they held up pretty good. So, the main thing that I don't like is this is like all coming apart up here, and then the Velcro on the straps, they're holding up pretty well. And this is my left leg, so less dominant leg. So you can see it's held up rather well. Now if we go to the right leg, and you can already see a big issue. So what happens is sawdust gets in these right here where the Velcro goes and kind of screws up everything. So after 2 years, I finally have something go wrong with these. So I'm going to fix these today and go over kind of how I fix them. So I went and bought these little guys, and it says it holds up to 16 pounds, so I'm gonna put a bunch of them on there just to see if it holds up. So what happens, this will slide down on you and it gets super uncomfortable, starts to dig in your leg. It's not ideal. So I'm gonna fix these and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I got that fixed. All I did was just put these little strips on there, and I think it should hold. Should be alright. Be better when it was. So things you have to get used to when you switch to these. So your spur placement, like it's further back on your foot. Like normally you're like pointing forward and it's like almost in the middle of your foot. This is like kind of on the back end of your foot. So it takes a little getting used to on that. And these are the long spikes. You can go for the short or the long, just whatever you prefer. I always go with the long. Also, I mean, this stuff coming off like this, they sell replacement parts for that reason. And the fact that it's held up for 2 years of tree work is pretty impressive. You don't get that too often. Really, really comfortable. I can be, doing a crane job for 11 hours and, my feet and my shins and my knees aren't hurting wearing these spikes. Something that is kind of annoying is like the end of this to go through the adjuster here is sometimes it's a task. It's kind of annoying. But other than that, I mean, that's the only downsides of this stuff is that, it eventually gets kind of wore out here and your padding starts to slip off. But like I said, I mean, I've been really using these for a good while now, and I'm super impressed with them. If you have any more questions, make sure to comment below. I'll answer everybody. Like the 2-year debating on, if you're watching this video, is probably either the carbon fiber geckos or these. Wore them both. If you are a climber that, let's say you don't see yourself being in a tree more than 2 hours or so, okay, and you rarely get in a tree for a long period of time, then you want to go to the carbon fiber geckos. Now, if you are a working climber and you are in a tree for 8 to 11 hours a day and you're constantly in your spurs, then you have to go with these, just for the plain fact that it is so much more comfortable and easier on your knees. So that's kind of my opinion on them. I've worn both, and they all have their purpose. But if you are a California climber, if you're climbing huge trees, huge live oaks down in Florida, a lot of your Midwest guys probably would prefer a carbon fiber gecko over these Eldrids. But when you get into something that's spanning out 200 foot, 250 feet, and you're in these all day, and you're doing that day in, day out, then these will save you to get through the week, because we all know Fridays we're whipped. We're ready to go home and have a little break and drink some beer. So that's my thoughts on the Eldrid Talons, and let me know what you guys think. Peace.